Welcome, my friends, to another journey through the pages of the Bible. Today, we delve into Genesis 3:11 to 3:24, a pivotal section where the narrative of humanity's fall unfolds. In our previous episode, we explored the creation and harmonious existence of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Now we transition to a moment of profound consequence, where the choices made echo through generations. In Genesis 3:11, God confronts Adam after he has eaten from the forbidden tree. "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" Here, we see God directly addressing the newfound awareness of Adam and Eve, triggered by their disobedience. This simple question reveals volumes about the nature of sin and guilt. Adam's response is telling. Instead of taking responsibility, he deflects blame onto Eve and indirectly onto God, saying, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree and I ate it." This act of avoidance sets a precedent for humanity's tendency to shirk accountability. When God turns to Eve, she too points the finger, saying, "The serpent deceived me and I ate." Again, we see a pattern of shifting blame rather than facing the truth head-on. This marks the beginning of a fundamental change in the human condition, a move from innocence to a state of moral and ethical awareness, where the concept of choice and its consequences become central. God's judgment begins with the serpent. "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly and you will eat dust all the days of your life." The curse here is not just physical, but symbolic. The serpent becomes a perpetual representation of temptation and sin, forever bound to the ground, the lowest of all creatures. To Eve, God says, "I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. With painful labor you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." This pronouncement articulates the complexities of human relationships and the suffering inherent in life. It also introduces the themes of love, struggle, and dependency that characterize human interaction. Adam's judgment follows. "Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plants of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return." Here, the idyllic existence in Eden is shattered, replaced by a life marked by labor and mortality. The phrase, "For dust you are, and to dust you will return," poignantly reminds us of our finite nature. Yet, even in judgment, there is a glimmer of grace. God makes garments of skin for Adam and Eve, clothing them before sending them away from Eden. This act signifies God's continued care and provision, even as humanity faces the consequences of its actions. The chapter concludes with a decisive act. "So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. After he drove the man out, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life." This closing image is both somber and powerful. The cherubim and the flaming sword symbolize the irrevocable change and the barrier between humanity and the divine perfection of Eden. As we reflect on these verses, the story of the fall of man is about more than just disobedience. It is a profound narrative that explores themes of responsibility, the nature of sin, human suffering, and the never-ending hope of redemption. It sets the stage for the entire biblical story of God's relationship with humanity, a relationship marked by justice, grace, judgment, and redemption. What moments in your life have made you reflect on the nature of responsibility and consequence? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights might just be the spark for someone else's reflection. Stay tuned for our next episode as we continue with Genesis 4:1, where the story of Cain and Abel introduces the complex dynamics of sibling rivalry and the further unfolding of human nature. Until then, keep questioning, keep reflecting, and keep seeking the wisdom in these timeless stories.